Hey you guys, I'm coming to you talking about um, marriage couples, wives being more submissive to the husband. I know this topic is kind of a hard topic to talk about in a sense because this is a new age, new day, especially the year 2017. A lot of independent women feel very strongly on the matter as this, and that can be definitely understood. But we're gonna go to Genesis. My Bible, I like King James Version, but whatever suits you or makes you feel a bit comfortable, feel free. And I'm gonna talk about from the beginning, dealing with Adam and Eve. And a lot of people know this story, but there are a lot of people that may have not heard about Adam and Eve, and maybe it's just where they come from, or where they grew up, and that's understandable. So we just want to kind of start at a basic level to give people a little bit understanding. But I will be starting in Genesis. I want to say chapter 3, and we're going to go around verses 14, 13, 15. And it's just starting about how Adam was listening to his wife. Oh, I'm guilty of trying to be so headstrong when it comes to your spouse, and you think you know everything, but God is about order. So you must line up with God's word, and you try to do that to the best of your knowledge from what you know. But anyways, I'm talking about Adam and Eve, and what I'm seeing in this story is a man that felt like, God, this woman you gave to me, and I pretty much listened to what she told me to do. And sometimes men cannot listen to us because we may just get you in trouble. So there became consequences. Adam listened to Eve, and Eve listened to the serpent. But what I saw in this particular text was kind of funny, but it caused a lot of trouble, knowing that Eve knew better knowing that Adam knew better than to listen to his wife, simply because God had let them know you cannot eat of that tree. So he knew better. But his wife, he listened to her, which wasn't a good thing. But the main thing that got me is the serpent that was so deceptive that Eve just took heed to his words. But yet, when God came around and she knew what she done was wrong, but yet God, knowing flesh, knowing us, still gave us consequences, because what he say do, he means it. You find Eve saying, well, the serpent, she's trying to throw the serpent under the bus. And you found Adam trying to throw his wife, in a sense, under the bus. But yet, God gave them all consequences. And it started with one consequence he gave to the serpent was curse above all cattle. He cursed him. And he placed him on his belly. And for the woman, greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. Your desire shall be towards thy husband, and he shall rule over you. A lot of women don't like to really hear that, but that's Bible. Your husband will rule over you. And it's not to say it in such a way that it's such a bad thing, because your husbands, they're supposed to cherish you and love you and have rules and regulations. But wives, we must submit to our own husbands. And the issue that you see today, you find a lot of women submitting to leadership, which is a good thing. But you must understand You thank God for good leadership. That's not your husband. Even when Adam was in trouble with God, he still made his wife submit to him. So it doesn't matter the state of your husband, whether they're in trouble or not, because Adam wasn't in a good clear with God. She still had to submit. She still had to submit to him. And submitting is not easy, but it's biblical. Adam, his consequence, since he hearkened to his wife, I'm looking at my book, I'm sorry. Thorns also and thistles shall it bring forth to thee. Thou shalt eat the herb of the field. So there wasn't just consequences for the woman or for the serpent. Adam had consequences as well. So it's not easy doing what God asks us to do, but for less misery on earth, it's the easiest thing to do. You find women that says, well, Bishop so-and-so told me this, maybe even Pastor so-and-so told me that, and that is a beautiful thing to have godly, great leadership. But one thing you must remember, if you are a married woman, you thank God for the good advice. You thank God for your great leaders, and you pray for them and you love them. But they're not your husband. Know the order. Submit to your husband. It's not always going to be a great thing, but God sees it, and he knows why you do it. What God says matters. People may look at it in a different aspect, but one thing about a godly woman is she's truly, truly a godly woman. She knows a little bit about order. So I just want to thank you guys for even tuning in. And let's keep learning together. Be blessed.